Mic test. Okay, mainit na pagbati po sa ating mga kapatiran.
Mainit na pagbati.
Grabe. Kasi po ang init-init ng panahon at kaya napakasarap pong makita na kahit ganun pa man po ay pinili nyo pong pumunta dito. So actually po, this is my very first time na i-discuss itong plain and modest attire. So I don't know why they chose me, but I will gagawin po ang lahat na maging as simple ito as possible. But I know most of us has already studied it in depth. Yes, so I hope by and by you could also share your thoughts. Mostly, makikita nyo po sa Christian Temperance Bible Hygiene about dress topic, you can go there. But I will make it simpler. Do you know our central pillar of our faith? Yes, the central pillar of our faith, why we become Seventh-day Adventists, is actually the sanctuary. So, because of that, I chose to align it with the sanctuary. And bago po ako magsimula ha, mahaba-habang introduction to, huwag niyo akong kuhan ha. Just bear with me. Anyway, sa sanctuary po, makikita po natin doon, this is based on the 2,300 days prophecy. So ano po ba yung pinakauna doon na pangyayari? Paano siya nagsisimula? Meron ba kayong idea? May kinalaman po ito sa ating tema ng camp meeting. In the first proclamation to restore and rebuild Jerusalem. Hindi po, sa akin po ha, hindi po ito talagang ano lang, ha, tawag nito nagkataon lang. This is actually what God wants us to kanang see gane. Sorry, I'm actually Bisaya, so gustong makita ng Panginoon sa atin na this movement, this faith that you are in is actually God's movement. Makikita na po natin yon. So ano yon? Restore and rebuild Jerusalem. Ano pong implication nito sa atin? Kaya po tayo may revival and reformation. Why? To rebuild. Bakit po? Meron pong mga bagay na hindi po na may mga nasira na bagay po. Kasi nasira po ang Jerusalem, di po ba? So kaya po siya i-rebuild. Kaya pinag-uusapan po natin dito ay yung mga bagay na nakalimutan na po. At kung hindi man nakalimutan ay talagang sinira at change. Restore and rebuild, ay pwede padaanan ko na lang. Kahit hindi po to out of topic ito, pero gusto ko lang i-discuss. So, i-discuss yan ni Ate Aiza in the afternoon, I guess. But, I would like you to see ba na after that, ano bang nangyari sa 2,000 days and prophecy? Di ba si Jesus ay na-baptize, na-anoint. Yun din po ang gusto ko pong mangyari sa atin. We would be anointed and we would accept Jesus as our Savior. That's actually our acceptance of Christ. Then after that, that of self. Kasi po pag hindi po natin patayin ang ating sarili, kung tayo pa rin po ay nabubuhay, kahit ano pong sabi dito ng mga speaker po, wala rin pong kwenta. Talaga. Kasi we will never be changed in ourselves. Sorry po. Hindi ko po alam bakit emotional ako. Pero anyway, anyway, so yun po. That's actually my realization and okay, this is very personal to me and that is my first love actually. So okay. So after po noon is actually the stoning of Stephen. That is the outpouring also, that during that time also they were already united. And I long for that time na tayo pong lahat ay maging united. United in truth po. And sana po, kasi during that time, they actually studied and hindi lang po kasi mag-isa eh. Hindi lang yung speaker yung nandito ang nagsa-study hard. It's all of us should study hard. Kasi kahit ang tawag nito, in the end po, sa katapusan po ng panahon, we will stand individually and alone. Hindi po tayo matutulungan ni Kuya Raymond, ni Tatay Goli, o ni kahit sino man dito na mataas na yung kwan sa studies. Thank you po ha. Okay. Sorry po. So anyway, this is just I would like to tell you that this movement is not a false movement. This is a true movement, and this is the movement of God. Amen. So that is why, sorry, that is just actually about the sanctuary, because nakita ko lang po talaga yung so yung temple. Let's continue po. We will discuss about the body temple. This is a study about the sanctuary, study about modesty. Let's continue po. This is, kung makikita nyo po, wala po talagang sinet na ito ay para sa, ang tawag nito? Ito, dapat lahat tayo ganito ang ating damit. 'Di ba? May nakikita po kasi ako ng mga churches na lahat po sila ay nakaputi na damit, it's plain, and anything like that. But it's not about uniformity. But it's about the principles. Now, let's see what we can get from the principles in the sanctuary. Okay? Let's talk about modesty in the sanctuary. Let me check if I'm turning on. Okay. Okay. The first is, we'll go in the outer court. Ano po makikita natin? What can we see in the outer court? Kung makikita nyo po dito, it's full of covering. Pero titingnan nyo po, sa ilalim po niyan, inside that is actually very, very elaborate yung design. But outside, ano makikita po ninyo? Very plain. Bakit po? Modesty isn't about hiding. It's about covering. What are we covering? Di po ba? So, continue po tayo. Let's go back to the very first sermon about sa dress. Let's go to, where's my Bible? I forgot it. So, makita po natin yun sa Genesis chapter 3. I think nasa likod po ni ano. Bible na cover. Kinuhatan ng anak ko. Ayun, kinuha nga ng anak ko. So, makikita nyo po doon, tingnan nyo na lang po. But in the Bible po, let's go to Genesis chapter 3. Ayan. Nung nagkasala po sila, Adan at si Eva, ano pong nangyari?
The robe of light was removed.
Okay. Napansin nila na nawala. Nakita nila ang kanilang sarili na sila po ay hubad. Anong ginawa nilang pinakauna? Kumuha sila ng fig leaves. At sinu nila. Ibig sabihin, tinahi, di ba? And they make their own clothes. But even after that, sabi po dito, they sewed fig leaves. That is 3:7. And they heard the voice of God walking in the garden in the cool of the day, and Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of God. They have already their covering. They made their coverings. But in front of God, what? What is it? They are still ashamed. Okay? Sometimes kasi, i-relate ko lang po sa atin ito. Okay? It's nothing more about our dress, but it's more about our character actually. Because the robe of righteousness is Christ, our righteousness also. It's human pride and trends is nothing compared to God's provision. Tandaan po natin yan. So, yung atin pong mga pinapakita po na mga physical self, na ginoglorify po natin ang ating sarili, ay mapapahiya lang po tayo pag tayo po ay nakaharap sa Panginoon. We will be ashamed. Why? Because we ourselves are just suing our fig leaves. Ginagawa natin ang ating sariling karakter. Without Christ, we are nothing. Okay, let's continue on. And God, in verse 21, God made them the coats of skin. And that coat of skin, alam ng lahat ito, that actually represents what? The righteousness of Christ. The sacrifice of Christ. Kasi yun yung malaking discussion nito din eh. Naalala ko sa yung tupa na iyon ay nagre-representa ni Jesus Christ. Kinuha po ang kanyang covering para po sa atin. Imagine niyo po yung sacrifice na ibinigay niya para po sa atin. Next, we'll continue po. Dito pala. Okay. Let's still go. Nandito pa rin pa tayo sa outside. The outside appearance is the index of the character. When the heart is purified from pride and selfishness, when the peace of Christ is an abiding presence, there will be no desire to follow the world's fashion. Kasi po, worldly trends po ay passing lang po siya. Okay. Clear naman po to sa atin but it is an index to the heart. Pero even in that po, tandaan po natin, kung paano po tayo manimit, ay nakikita din po sino? Ang ating karakter. Kung ang ating karakter ba ay karakter na ni Jesus. Let's continue on. So ano po dapat ba? Anong makikita natin na makikita natin sa sanctuary doon? That the covering of the sanctuary is made of tough material. Meaning po, durable. So, tingnan din po natin ang ating mga pandamit. Kung ang ating pong pandamit ay magtatagal pa ba ng ilang taon? Or tumatangkilik po ba tayo ng mga, alam mo yung fast fashion? Alam niyo po ba yon? Yung mumurahin lang, pero tatapon mo lang din naman kasi napunit agad. Disposable. Yes. Disposable. So, we see to it din po na yung ating damit po na sinusuot ay durable. It doesn't have to be very expensive, but it has to be durable. Kung meron lang po sana sa atin na marunong magtahi, na alam po natin yung tela, okay sana yun. But nowadays, wala na pong gumagawa niyan, especially sa generation namin, konti na lang. So, yeah, if we could learn, why not? Continue po. When our outer court is too loud or flashy, expensive, and revealing, people can't see the sacrifice, which is Jesus Christ. It goes din po, tingnan po natin, it's not just about our dress. Minsan, ang ganda-ganda natin manamit. Pupunta tayo sa church, iniisip natin, lilingon talaga ang mga tao sa damit ko kasi ang ganda-ganda. That is too flashy naman. On the other hand, wag din naman po tayong pumunta sa worship o pagpupunta sa worship na parang gusgusin po ang ating mga damit. Because we're coming, saan po tayo? In front of Christ. So kung makikita po si Kristo, wag naman po yung, ang tawag nito, pangbahay lang. Yan yung palaging rebuke din sa akin ng asawa ko Kasi pag nag-worship kami, minsan nagmamadali ako, galing pa nagluto, akyat, sabi niya, yung damit mo. So, actually, it should be practiced at home, not only in the church. We need to dress ourselves that Jesus will be seen. Christ will be seen. Next po, not too flashy and not too expensive naman po. Okay, continue. Next naman po, punta po tayo dito sa laver. It represents actually the beauty of order. Ano pong ginagawa natin sa laver? Ano ginagawa ng priest sa laver? It's washing, cleansing. Ito po ang ini-insist ng Panginoon sa atin. Cleanliness and neatness are acts of worship. Again po, cleanliness and neatness. So, sana po, pag tayo po ay nakaharap sa Panginoon, wag naman po yung tawag nito, madumi tayo. It's not about only the dress ha, but we ourselves. Alam niyo po, bago sila humarap sa Panginoon, nung sa Mount Sinai, anong ginawa nila? They not only wash their clothes, but themselves. So, tandaan po natin yan. Cleanliness and neatness. Again, let all things be done decently and in order. Okay. It is from letters 19, 18, 97. Ito po ang gusto kong sabihin. None should agitate the dress question. Hindi po ito parang sukatan para sa atin. Hindi rin po ito na main na topic. Kaya po, kung maintindihan niyo po yung aking sinasabi sa inyo, hindi po ako nagsasalita about sa dress. I'm just, parang hina-highlight ko po yung dress, pero hindi po talaga yung main point ko. Kung maintindihan niyo po yung sinasabi ko. But, all should seek to be neat and clean. Again and again. Sinasabi po dito sa atin ng Panginoon na hindi po issue dito yung kagandahan ng ating damit. But, should be neat and clean. Sana po ay nilabhan natin ating mga damit. Actually, this is good for the youth sana, no? Kasi may nakikita din akong na naiiwan pa yung kanilang mga damit sa CR. Di pa nalaban. Laban nyo na. Okay. Yet, plain and unpretending. Cleanliness and order are according to the will of God. Sabi nga nila, cleanliness is next to? Again, cleanliness is next to? Okay. So, dapat pumunta tayo dito, malinis tayo. Gaya ng...
Tama dyan, pag sinuot mo na,
Huwag mo nang ibabalik. Yes, true. Thank you.
Naglabas ka na ng toxins, ng sweat. So, ligo ka, you took a bath, and then you wear it again, you're just bringing back the old
Yes.
to your body. Whenever you remove your shirt, make sure you will not use it again until it is washed.
Washed. Yan. Kasi babalik din yung odor mo. Kasi nag-emit ka na ng odor mo, di binalik mo ulit, di puputok talaga. Okay.
So, because Jo Marie has experience in the Mangyan tribe, they do not wash and wear.
Oh.
They wear and wear until it wears.
Oh.
So until it's no longer usable and it's already deformed, then they will replace it.
Okay. So of course, maintindihan naman natin kasi meron silang culture. But if you already know Christ, culture is nothing. We have our new culture, the culture of Christ, the culture of heaven. So we should not bring our culture into this situation. Sige, continue. Pa tayo. Okay. If the temple is messy, mismatched, or dirty, it misrepresents the God of order. Ito naman. Okay. So, minsan kasi, nagdadamit tayo, ano na, parang, ewan mo kung Christmas tree ba o hindi.
But we need to be careful with this as well because the taste and the colors of the dress are sometimes cultural.
Yes, yes.
So we Filipinos are used to dress plainly and not flashy colors. But in some other countries, it's normal for them to wear those
Okay, okay,
kind of
okay.
colors.
Okay, so
it has
culture,
to be
balance,
balanced as well.
yes. So culture, tinan na natin, but I would like to share this. Natutunan ko ito dati nung nag-aaral pa ako sa MVC. Dinidiscuss po doon kasi yung modesty and attire. So, ito lang po ang pinaka-basic. Basic po ha. Kung tayo po ay nagwe-wear ng printed, upper man yan o lower, it should be paired with a plain. Kung printed na po sa taas at printed pa po sa baba, ano pong mangyayari? Mismatch. So, imagine nyo po, meron tayo ditong stripe, tapos dito naman ay polka dots. Okay, di ba? So, yun naman. And also, gusto ko lang i-share din po kung gusto nyo, alam nyo po yung color wheel? Alam nyo yung color theory? Okay. The color opposite to that color wheel is the best. But you can range that naman. Meron din naman, try. So, ano sa triangle naman? Ibig sabihin, yung katabi niya na color, okay din sa kanya. Pero medyo may kuan lang, may konting, i-try nyo lang na i-match ng maayos. But it will work. But the best is, if you have white or black, it could be good for anything. Kahit anong kulay yan. Good yan sa lahat. So, continue po tayo. This is just principles. Actually, okay? Parang in-discuss ko na yun, no? That is the packing of our testimony. Being neat and calmly, as Ellen White put it, makes the message attractive. Why? Kasi hindi po sila magtatago sa atin. Parang, kuha naman sila, parang professional or ang tawag nito, decente. Ayan, yan ang tamang term is, may pupunta sa bahay natin, ay okay naman, parang decente naman sila, hindi naman sila nakakatakot. Naalala ko kasi, I'm not conning ha, but conning. But there was some religions actually nga, di ko maintindihan ba't nagtatago ang mga tao pag pumupunta sila. But their attire is fine. So parang ano yun, minsan kasi pag pumapasok tayo sa isang bahay na parang masyadong formal, nakakurbata, parang pangsimba, parang merong intimidating at may hesitation. So we should make the message attractive. So parang ini-invite mo sila ba? Okay, hindi friend tayo, magkaibigan tayo. I just want to be a friend. And then, next, let's go to the holy place. Dito naman pumapasok ang function and help. And this is the very main point sa dress, kung bakit may dress reform naman. Okay, our outfit is a tool for service. Continue. Gaya ng, sino to? Priest. Okay. This is functional. Functional. Makikita nyo po. Pero titingnan nyo, hindi rin siya ganun ka, ang tawag nito, masasabi ninyo na flashy. It's just fine, perfect, and kanang attractive. Of course, especially sa youth of today, we need to still be attractive kasi it makes the message attractive. Okay? Our body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in, kung bahay ito ng Panginoon, ano ang gagawin sa bahay niya? Pag may bahay kayo, anong ginagawa ninyo? Okay, makikita ko yan kung malinis ba talaga. Kung burara tayo sa bahay, ganun talaga din. Okay. In order to have a healthy heart and mind, the lungs must have room to act. The dress should not be so arranged that the heart and the lungs will not be compressed in the least. So, whether you like it or not, sabi nila wala na daw yan, face out na daw yan eh. But actually, meron pa pong nag-wear niyan. And meron pa ngang, alam niyo po yung girdle, yung, hindi na siya ganyan yung mukha, pero ganun pa din ang purpose. The purpose is still there para hindi matak-in yung tiyan. Makita nyo na yung kwan nyo, okay lang yan. Wala namang that's your body. The body of God pala. The temple of God. Okay. Hayaan nyo lang yan. Continue tayo. Ano pang mga health principles? Sige nga, ipakita nyo pa anong mga health principles na nakikita na. Okay. Doon muna tayo. Ano pang mga health principles? So, actually, if you are in the cold areas, especially sa mountain province, hindi po ubra yung damit natin ngayon. So, dapat po hindi po tayo nalalamigan. We should clothe our limbs. Okay. Actually po, hindi naman talaga siya magiging issue kung lahat tayo ay, ang tawag nito, may nakukuha agad na mga dress na malamig. Usually, linen, cotton, but it's hard to find na yung dress na talagang luwang siya, maganda, at saka durable. Oh. So, the limbs, naiintindihan ko yan. You can actually read that sa CTBH, dress section. Kayo na magbasa. Maraming health principles doon. Assignment nyo yan. Kailangan nyo yung basahin. Okay. And also, ang tawag nito, meron din tayong ginagawa na yung tawag na to, yung skirt natin. Merong nagsusuot ng skirt. Alam niyo, mabigat na skirt. Usually kasi sa ibang bansa, we need to consider the situation sa ibang bansa. Kasi iba kasi sa atin dito sa Pilipinas, we are used to yung magaan lang. Light materials. Pero sa ibang bansa kasi, mahilig sila sa yung mabibigat na materials. At anong nangyayari? Nagiging skirt ito, di ibig sabihin, mapupull down siya, bibigat dito sa waist mo, nakukompress ang mga organs nyo. So, that is what one of the health principles, kaya yun naman.
So, yung application ng counseling, Sister White, should be considered
Yes.
time and place.
Time and place, yes.
So, not one size fits all. So, the problem with the Reformation is, when they read something from Ellen White, they will apply it, not considering the setting. So, when Ellen White said, we should cover the limbs, so everybody should wear socks and coverings, and look at this, if you have something like this, you need to wear that.
Okay, so yes, in this situation, parang, naalala ko po, nagme-medyas kasi si Giselle last Sabbath. Tinaalis niya. Tinatanggal niya yung sapatos niya. Why? It cools you down. It cools you down. So, meron pong time and place to be considered also sa mga messages ni Mrs. White. So, that is one thing, and you consider that. Especially sa amin kasi malamig din.
It's necessary.
Yes, malamig din. Especially, kung nasa mountain ka at nagtatabas ka naman, wag po kayong magtatabas ng ganito po. Magtabas po kayo ng nakasuot lahat, pati muka, tabunan nyo na. Kasi marami pong, tawag nito yung makakate. That is functionality naman po. Okay, dress for safety and functionality, yung sinasabi ko. Is your clothing healthy? Does it allow you to move and serve without constant adjustment? Okay, ito naman. Okay, kasi may nag-brought out sa akin din ito eh. What about noong unang panahon naman, 1800s, they wear skirts swimming. Okay naman. Okay, let's consider po, wala pong nagbe-bathing suit sa kanilang time. That is considered immodest. Tandaan po natin yan. That's very immodest sa kanilang panahon. Kahit mag-pants ka, that is immodest sa kanila kasi pinapakita mo yung kuan mo.
Mitsi lang ng konti. Yung haba ng palda mo, immodest sa kanila.
Oo. So, tandaan po na yan. Kaya nga, di ba, meron din kayong mababasa sa writings ni Mrs. White about sa issue ng dress reform. Sabi niya, I would say 9 inches from the ground. Ang Reformation po na sinasabi niya po doon, kasi during that time, ewan ko lang, i-discuss ko mamaya kung makita ko ha. Pero, let's continue muna. Kasi, when you go to outdoors, sige, kayo na mag-ano. Ngayon, let's take a look at this in our situation ha, in our generation, in our culture, okay? Which is the best thing to wear? In a modest, na functional, and safety.
Swimming.
Sa swimming.
Number one.
Number 1? Okay. Yes, if you can do it in... Kasi, bakit ko sinasabi to? If you go into the Victorian era, balik tayo sa history ha. During the Victorian era, marami pong namamatay. Alam niyo kung bakit? Naglalaba lang sila. Doon sa ilog. Namatay, di nakabalik. Bakit? Nahila yung palda. Patay. Pero, hindi naman mangyayari sa atin kasi nga yung skirt naman natin is very loose. Magaan, it's flowing. Sa kanila kasi mabibigat yun. It's wool.
And there are several layers.
Yes, and wool, magaan yan ang wool. Pero pag nabasa yan, mabigat yan, malulunod ka talaga. So let's consider time and place every now and then. So, I would suggest, kasi wag din yung gayahin yung ginawa ko na kuan lang ako na naligo na, nag-short sleeves, or nag-t-shirt. Bakit? Masa sunburn kayo. Tingnan nyo nangyari sa akin. I would suggest this one if you have rash guards. And ako din po, I don't encourage sa mga babae din talaga yung fitting na shorts. Alam niyo po yun? Bakit po? Nakikita po ang dapat hindi makita.
Tatago.
O nakatago. If gusto nyo pong gamitin talaga, then you should wear shorts or matabunan lang yung dito, oh.
Huwag makita yun.
Huwag yung makita ang hindi makita. Yan na nga. So, ito siguro.
But some ladies today are actually purposely doing it.
Okay, but I would suggest this one is better. Mabibili nyo po ito. Mabibili nyo po ito. Nagpo-promo.
Sa ating
Business. Hindi. What I mean is, sa mga kuan kasi, sa mga Muslims are very particular in their modesty. So, ito po actually are from Muslim, yung mga binebenta sa mga, ito, for, makikita mo nakalagay doon, Muslim attire, something ganon, for swimming. So, Muslim swimming attire, parang ganon. So, because it's modest and it's safety and functional po. So, functionality, let's consider po. Yan naman, another one. The pillar of stewardship, the 1 Timothy 2:9. Money saved on costly array is money used for the showbread. Ito naman, on the other side, naman ito sa yung fast fashion, di ba? Minsan po, bumili tayo ng Prada, ng, anong tawag nito? Louis Vuitton. O ba, wag kung afford nyo, wag na. Pero, but you know, kung meron naman kayo makikita na durable na sakto lang naman ang presyo. Ako, nag-encourage din po talaga ako yung branded na hindi naman ganun kamahal. Quality. So, for example, sige nga, bigyan nyo nga ako ng magagandang quality na nag-advertise sa Uniqlo. Nag-advertise.
Trisha po.
Ay, marami na si Trisha. Masasuggest na affordable na durable.
So long as yung type of fabric yung
Yes. Tandaan po natin yan. Hindi naman yung kasi nakikita ko po kasi sa luxury na hindi naman ganun kaganda, hindi rin ganun ka-functional, but very expensive. But of course, it's fashionable.
Bag nga eh, may lang na Gucci.
Balenciaga, di ba?
Plastic bag na mismo yun ha, tinatakan lang.
Okay. So, instead of kanang saving up for this beautiful, expensive bag na tag 500,000 or 1 million, why not just buy something na leather naman din, functional na naman din, maganda. Meron namang mga 6,000 siguro kung gusto mo ng expensive talaga na yung bag na nakita ko kasi yan. Alam mo yung sa Bukidnon, anong tawag na yun ay? Yung gumagawa talaga sila ng leather. Leather is expensive. Let's face it. Leather is expensive. Real leather, of course. Pero kung yung tawag nito, hindi mo naman talaga kailangan yan, bakit mo bibilhin? So, yun naman yung issue dyan. But if you can, why not? Bahala kayo dyan. But I would say, consider stewardship. The money that is in your hands right now is not yours. It's God's money lended to you. Pinapahiram lang po sa atin iyan. Continue tayo. Let's go to the most holy place. Yan yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina pa lang, no? The most holy place. Protecting the sacred. Modesty is the veil that protects the sacred. So, tayo po ay nagdadamit para to cover our what? What are you covering? So, bakit natin ipinapakita? Kasi, ba't yung sinasabi? Kasi meron din pong kasing damit talaga na makikita, although covered naman siya, pero see-through. Meron akong damit na ganyan, nakakainis. Kung, bakit ba ito'y nakikita sa loob naman? So, mahirap. Mahirap naman po yung veil natin ay nakikita pa rin yung most holy place. Okay. Another po dyan is the pillar of distinction. Makikita po natin yan sa Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. God loves the distinction between masculine and feminine. Let's take a look at this naman po. Kasi sa ilang taon ko na po sa alam ko po na may distinction po ang babae at saka ang lalaki. So, dito po, pag titingnan ninyo, ano na po, pag tatanggalin yung ulo, ano na po ang nakikita natin dito?
Lalaki.
At dito po, pag tatanggalin po natin ditong half niya, anong makikita na po natin? Pero they were wearing this. So, I would say, sa atin po is, your dress should identify you as a woman or a man. So, for example, alam niyo po ba na yung polo? Alam niyo po yung polo shirt? Basta yung polo, alam niyo na yun. You can identify it na pang babae ito or pang lalaki ito. Tama or hindi?
Depende sa botones.
Yes, sa botones. Okay, alam pala nila yan. Mami, saan yung sa lalaki?
Nasa right side.
Saan yung babae? Okay. So, identify nyo, that's generally understandable na pang babae yun. For example, skirt. Is skirt for women or for men? Ha? Okay, let's consider naman ha. Okay, let's go back to ancient time. This is actually time and place na naman tayo. Let's go back sa ancient times. Take a look at the priest. Ano ba ang suot ng priest? Robe. Kung titingnan natin yan, ano yan? Mukhang pambabae, mukhang dress. But, how do they know that they are men, they are women? There is a plain distinction sa kanilang panahon.
Merong pangtali din.
Yes. So, sa situation naman sa kanila, in that area, they consider that as panlalaki. Pero sa Pilipinas po tayo, let's go here, kasi nandito naman tayo. Okay.
Muslims are wearing robes as well, but
Yes.
you can identify men and women as Muslims.
Parang sa ano din, Indian, parang may pagka-dress din siya, but you can still say na, panlalaki yan, pambabae yan. So, the thing here, wala naman kasing sinabi doon sa Bible na babae ay dress, ay lalaki hindi pwedeng mag-dress. Ang sinabi lang doon is you need to be identified as a man, as a woman.
Sa PG po, ang mga lalaki nila nakaskirt.
See? Time and place must be considered talaga. Case situational kasi siya eh. Pero, ang napapansin ko din ngayon, there is a danger naman po if we are too much naman po na baga extreme. Kasi for example, hindi, pambabae naman to, panlalaki naman to. Pero, anong nangyayari? Meron po tayo tinatawag dito na pwedeng panlalaki, pwedeng pambabae. Unisex. Pa yung tipong na pag nakatalikod ka, hindi mo alam kung babae or lalaki. Unless humarap. Di po ba? Gaya ng
T-shirt.
T-shirt is one. So, in that case, paano nyo ma-identify yung sarili nyo na babae? Anong gagawin nyo? Buhok? Okay. Sige, paano? Sa tindig? Yes, of course. Pero meron ding lalaki na merong meron ding babae nga gaanon. Gaya ko, walang shape pa. So, hindi talaga din siya So, kung mag-wear naman kayo ng, ang tawag nito, yung halanganin, make sure na appeared kayo na babae. Hindi sila magkakamali sa iyo na lalaki ka. Yan ang masasabi kasi. Ang sasabi naman dito is distinction. To be safe, kung gusto nyo po ng safer ground, better wear skirts.
Careful.
Pero, kung nagwe-wear naman kayo sa skirt at, for example, nasa situation kayo na nakaka-attract naman na kayo ng attention, isa din yun na problema kasi parang, ang tawag nito, you're drawing too much sa iyong self. For example, nag-usap-usap kayong lahat, okay, mag-wear tayo ng ganito. Tapos, ikaw lang yung nag-iba. As much as possible, siguro okay na yung skirty, di ba may skirty na pants? Skirty na pants. Kung gusto niya talagang mag-pants, at least man lang ba, ang tawag nito, distinguishable kayo. Hindi ako nasasabi na hindi ako nagpapants. Nagpapants po ako. But, may season po yun. As much as possible, gusto kong mag-skirt kasi nga, I felt feminine.
You felt free.
I felt free and I felt feminine. Kasi, minsan kasi pag nagpapants ako, nagpapanlalaki ako, feeling ko naman masculine ako. At saka gusto kong maging tomboy-tomboyan. So, yeah, there is also things to consider when you ask. Pero, I would say, to consider it prayerfully. It's you and your God. Huwag po kayong titingin sa iba at huwag din po kayong magja-judge ng iba. Kasi iba-iba tayo ng situation, iba-iba tayo ng place to consider, culture. So, I would just say, yeah, just be a feminine one. Kasi ang totoo lang po kasi gusto din talaga ni Giselle, makita ako feminine. Kaya gusto ko na mag-wear ng feminine kasi gusto niya ako makitang feminine. Okay, continue. There is an increasing tendency to have women in their dress and appearance as nearly, yun yung sinasabi ko, like the other sex as possible. But God designed that there should be a plain distinction between the dress of men and a woman. Okay, nakalimutan kong pangalan ng babaeng ito. But this is a woman actually. Po?
Sa dress pa yan.
Sa dress, siya po yung isa sa mga,
Si Bloomer.
parang ganon. Ang sa time niya po, siya po yung nag-encourage ng dress reform. At sa dress reform niya,
Na maging lalaki.
yung dress reform po niya po, hindi po yung paganyan. Paganyan. Okay. So, kaya nga, but Mrs. White is telling, yeah, dress reform is good. Pero sinabi niya masyado na yung mataas. Anong sabi niya? 9 inches only. Bakit daw? Kasi it allows you to walk the mountainside na hindi mo naapakan yung kuan mo, na hindi mo nadadrag yung ano. Kasi, alam kong ranas nyo yan, girls. Huwag nyo sabihin hindi nyo naranasan na apakan yung skirt nyo. Oo.
Try niya pag sumakay ng motor, naka-skirt na mahaba.
Pero na-try ko.
Pero delikado.
Papunta ka ng kuan, church. O, diba? Delikado talaga siya. But, yeah, just consider your safety and should be functional, sabi na nga. And, yeah, consider this. Kung titingnan niyo po ito during their time, it's actually very masculine na. Oo. So, hindi, yeah, American costume. So, marami pong makakashare niyan sa inyo. You ask the people.
That lady is actually trying to imitate the man.
Very feminine.
So, yun yung start ng feminism. Women are trying to be equal with men in everything.
Sa din yan, no?
So, dun po nag-start yung pagsuot ng pants. Because they think women are empowered if they are going to wear the dress used by men.
Okay.
So, yung pants po talaga is a symbol of women's
Empowerment.
effort to usurp men's authority.
True. Okay, so, yeah. I-search nyo pa yan ng mas mabuti pa. I would suggest na mas maganda kayo po mismo ang magbasa sa sarili nyo and be converted by yourself sa tulong po ng Panginoon. Continue po tayo. Yes. The sacredness of the body. Some things are reserved for God and your spouse. Modesty preserves that most holy place, mystery. Sana din po, ito lang din po yung magiging danger sa mga babae. Kahit tabon tayo ng tabon, pero pinapakita pa din natin sa ibang tao, hindi rin po yun maganda. What I'm saying is, wag po natin isuko ang ating mga sarili ng maaga-aga. Okay. So, you reserve it for the one that you are giving the mystery for. Parang gift box baga. Surprise. Sa marriage na yon. Girls, para meron kayong kuan. Buti kayo, pakasalan kayo agad. Wala na. Okay. Just segue lang yun na, pasensya na po. Okay. Conclusion. Uy, pero teka lang, may naalala ako kasi meron din nagsasabi na, sabi nila, virgin. But your heart is not virgin anymore. Ay, isa din yan pala. Ba't pa lang na topic? Kasi topic ko mostly is about relationship, kaya hindi ko maano. Yung heart niyo po, kasing-kasing, mga kaigsuunan. Yes. Yung puso niyo po, mga kapatid, you take care of it. Huwag niyo pong ibigay muna sa inyong, huwag mo niyo isuko yung puso niyo muna, unless papakasalan kayo, sure yan. Kaya nga sabi ko, narinig ko yung, nabasa ko doon sa ano, idagdag ko lang doon sa ano ni Tatay Golin yung last. Actually, men, if you already have someone that you are looking forward to marry, engagement should not be too long. Only 1 or 2 years is too long. Dapat less than 1 year. Nagawa nyo na yan. Okay. Kasi, ang danger niyan, mapapakita yung Shekinah glory ng maaga-aga na hindi pa dapat. Totoo yun! I'm not kidding.
Pag sobrang haba na ng relationship, naging over-familiar.
Yes. I'm not kidding. But this is true. Alam niyo po kung bakit kami naaga ng kasal ni Giselle?
Para wag makita si Shekinah glory.
Hindi, kasi yun, nasa ministry kami and then someone is saying na, ba't kayo magkasama? Alam mo ba na nagiging kuan yan sa ministry? Stumbling block sa ministry.
The same thing why Ellen White and James White married early at 18 years old because they are both
Yes.
in ministry and mayroong chismis. So, ang sabi ni James White, meron dalawang sitwasyon na pwedeng gawin. It's either maghihiwalay na
Break
tayo
it.
o sasamahan ka ng iba or magpakasal na tayo para forever na tayo magkasama.
So, yan na. Idagdag ko lang, parang nagsigoy na naman ako ng relationship na. Pero this is very true. Kasi maraming danger yan. Isa sa danger niyan ay makikita nga yung Shekinah glory ng maaga-aga. Okay. Kung meron na, basahin nyo kasi, sa ano ba yun? Testimonies and sexual behavior. Ano na ngayon? Okay, TSB, basahin nyo doon. Ang sabi po doon, 1 and 2 years na engagement is too long. Too long na yan ha. Dapat less than a year, nagawa nyo na ang dapat. Okay, unless kung ayaw pa nyo yan, then break it. Huwag nyo pasahin yung babae or huwag nyo, magsasakitan lang kayo ng heart. Just break it. Kung ayaw nyo, di wag nyo, for sure. Okay. Malapit na po tayo. The mirror check. Instead of, how do I look? Does Christ look good in me? Does Christ look good in me? And, in like manner also, the women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broided hair or gold or pearls or costly arrays. Continue tayo. Christians should not take pains to make themselves a gazing stock. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo eh. Gazing stock by dressing differently from the world. Kaya pala doon nanggagaling kasi nabasa ko pala. So yan, a gazing stock that by dressing differently from the world. But, wag kayong mag-cut doon ha. But, if they find themselves out of fashion, they should not change their dress in order to be like the world. Yun naman. Pwede naman tayong sumunod talaga sa worldly trends and fashion. Kasi it makes us ang tawag nito? Nasa tamang place. Sa tamang lugar. Or sa tamang generation. But, kung ang dress naman ay nakakapag-break na ng one of these principles na pinagsasabi ko, I would say, don't change the dress in order to pacify them or to kuan them. To please them. Okay? Tomorrow, lastly, when you get dressed, remember you are arraying a sanctuary. Let your appearance be so quiet that God's presence can be heard. So, I guess that will be all. And I encourage everyone, kung meron po kayong idadagdag I would appreciate it kasi marami po talaga dito ang nagbabasa about sa dress reform. Yes, ate. Yes, yes.
Kahit yung mga ladies,
Yeah.
because, kumbaga, binibigilan niyo yung pag-flow ng tubig sa katawan.
Yes. Wala na pala. Yes. Another daw, ikuan ko lang sa mga hindi nakarinig, no? So, it's not just about the here. Sometimes, meron tayong sinusuot na mga leggings na very tight. Napansin ko din yun, pag masyadong tight din, parang nagpapawis ka din na parang ewan na hindi ko maintindihan din.
Dalawa na, sabi ng bird sa bird. Ganun, as may tayo.
Oo nga, no? Oo.
Kaya minsan nahihirapan tayo kung
Yes, I agree with you. Kung meron naman kayong dress, di mag-dress na lang kayo, hindi pa ako nahirapan mag-match. Di ba kayo nahirapan mag-match? O di ba nga, dali lang isuot. Yes. Yes, please.
Hello. So, kasi last time po, I'm really looking for, every now and then, that the Lord reminds us with these principles kasi we have to be distinct from the world. And it
Yes.
has a connection with our health.
Yes.
Since, as Dave mentioned kanina, especially sa trends po ng world ngayon, sa fashion, hirap, lalo na ang mga babae, maghanap ng damit na modest, at the same time, durable, at the same
Yes.
time, economical,
Yes.
na at the same time,
Trendy.
appropriate, especially colors.
Trendy din. Oh.
Yeah. So, ang napansin po namin, like, at times we talk about it sa kitchen, dun sa kagutungan, when it comes to health kasi, and even we had it checked before, ang isa sa healthy talaga, ang some of the healthy types of fabric, kasi ang fabric, recently, nabasa ko na, the types of fabric pala, especially for women, na sinusuot na bawal, can cause endocrine na mga disruptions. So, kaya, hormonal imbalance. So, isa yun sa mga cause ng mga dysmenorrhea, yung mga hormonal na mga imbalances sa katawan.
Ayan.
So, usually talaga, whenever we go to, naghahanap kami ng damit na cheap, punta kami ukay-ukay.
Ayun,
Yeah,
no?
we
May
have to be
solusyon pa rin tayo,
intentional.
no?
As we are intentional with our health. Part ng health reform is the dress reform.
Yes.
So, intentional po kami, tinatry po talaga namin maghanap ng mga cotton na mga dresses or linen na dresses. And it pays po talaga. And siguro, gusto ko na siya ibigay na tip. Since the Lord has called us to be reformers and part of that is dress reform, you include before buying talaga, you pray before buying. Kasi na-experience po talaga namin na, Lord, ito yung budget ko, ito yung type of cloth, ito yung type of color na gusto namin bilhin. And di ba usually pag nag-uukay o nag-shopping ang mga babae, it takes so much time. Kung wala talaga ang guidance ng Diyos. Kaya we pray before we buy. Kasi whenever we do that, napapansin ko po talaga, madali na kaming makahanap. And
may tips na tayo.
You pray before you buy. And you have to consider yun isa. Kasi, yun nga po, halos kami mga babaeng missionaries dun sa kagutungan, minsan, we are torn between the durability and the price. And yet, it takes self-denial then to consider the price of the dress. Kasi, usually, mga Uniqlo, mga 100% cotton, it's really pricey for medical missionaries to afford.
Yes.
But usually, whenever the Lord provides money for us, we opt for durable, pero usually nakikita po namin sa ukay-ukay. Yun po, chine-check talaga namin yung type of, malalaman nyo naman kung cotton, if familiar kayo, cotton, linen, especially that is advice sa pen of inspiration for tropical countries like this.
Very
Sa
hot.
atin. So yun po, you try cotton kasi usually, though mahirap na siya hanapin ngayon yung 100% cotton kasi
Mahirap.
most of the dresses ngayon, mga apparels are made of polyester. Yung usually ang mga undergarments are made of polyester
Yes.
and elastane. And yun yung mga causes usually ng mga reproductive system na problem.